Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of GWA Supercharged. I am Joe Davis. We're coming live from Seattle. Thank you so much for joining us. But I have some breaking news to start off the show this evening. Scott Buckley apparently is no longer the president of Global Wrestling Alliance. I don't have any other information currently at this time, but I know that sometime this evening we are supposed to hear from the brand new president of Global Wrestling Alliance. So stay tuned later on tonight for that. We're going to send it down to the ring, and we're going to get the action started tonight.
Is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Ryan Morris, representing the Varsity Club from Spokane, Washington, weighing in at 155 pounds, Eddie Sheffield.
Well, Eddie Sheffield of the Varsity Club set for one-on-one action tonight. But again, the breaking and just really shocking news about Scott Buckley, who I guess is no longer with the company. It'll be interesting to see what the new president is going to say later on tonight and who that person is.
And his opponent, accompanied by Don from Riverside, California, weighing in at 215 pounds, Gavin Briggs.
Well, here comes Gavin Briggs with his new manager, Don Holmes, who I believe is trying to reform the homestead. I guess. And he says that he believes in Gavin Briggs. He was going to make him look and feel like a star. And, well, he's wearing stars. I guess that's something. But a new look here tonight for Gavin Briggs. A new manager. Let's see if he'll find success right here tonight in one-on-one competition. The official rings a bell and charges across the ring. Does Briggs catch Eddie Sheffield with the clothesline? Missing with the knee drop there, and Sheffield did not connect. And Briggs with Sheffield on the shoulders and down into a backbreaker right across the knees. Cover. 1, 2, no, I don't believe he got the 2. 1 count there. And Briggs, I think, getting maybe some words of encouragement there from his manager, Don Holmes. Either encouragement or just some pointers, some advice, I don't know. Briggs now, look at this, sending Sheffield into the corner, picks him up again, drives him into the corner once again. And Briggs now, with him on the shoulders, Alabama slam! And now Ryan Morris trying to distract Gavin Briggs. I think he's done that. Briggs has got his back turned to his opponent. And Sheffield now grabs him by the back of the neck, sends him headfirst into the turnbuckle. Reverse savate kick by Eddie Sheffield. And Sheffield now really punishing Briggs in the corner. Sheffield now in control. And now Briggs with the elbows to the side of the head. The amateur wrestling background of Eddie Sheffield coming into play here. Wrestles Briggs down, and now look at Eddie Sheffield just going to work. Look at Sheffield go. Eddie Sheffield feeling it right now. Whip to the far side, over the top rope into the floor goes Gavin Briggs. And Sheffield deciding not to go after him. Briggs makes his way back to his feet, and now here comes Sheffield right into the arms of Gavin Briggs. Sheffield waited way too long to go out after his opponent, and now he's paying for it. Gavin Briggs sending Sheffield right into the apron of the ring. And now Briggs once again getting some words of advice from his manager, Don Holmes. Sheffield back into the ring. Briggs now going to work on the legs. Ripping at the hamstring there, and now Ryan Morris, back up on the apron again. He's got Gavin Briggs distracted, and once again, Eddie Sheffield is going to take advantage of the distraction by his partner, Ryan Morris. And Sheffield punishing Briggs, but he needs to be warned about those fists, those closed right hands. What a shot! And now Sheffield with the joint manipulation on the wrist and hand, and I believe Ryan Morris has just thrown that chair in the ring. He needs to get that out of there. And Briggs with the reversal, the arm drag takes his opponent down. And Briggs now is going to wrap up Sheffield, driving the legs and the knees right into the canvas. And now Gavin Briggs going for it, the modified sharpshooter. Eddie Sheffield, center of the ring, can't take it, immediately taps out. And a victory for Gavin Briggs. That modified sharpshooter, one of the most devastating submission holds in all of professional wrestling.
Here is your winner, Gavin Briggs.
Now Gavin Briggs gets a victory here tonight with his first appearance with his new manager, Don Holmes, who believes in him that he can be a superstar here in Global Wrestling Alliance. But in order to do that, he's got to keep winning. But this was a good first step for Gavin Briggs. And Jennifer Ramel is standing by backstage with Whitney Duncan. Whitney Duncan very unhappy with what Halie Nolan had said last week. And speaking of the champion, tonight she'll go one-on-one with Tammy Mullins. But that's not all. One half of High Energy, Willie Jones, set to take on Mauler Isaac of the Pitbulls. And later on tonight, our main event for this evening, the world's champion Charles Thompson squares off with Bubba Mason. But first, and coming up next, the United States Heavyweight Champion Chris Vandiver set to go toe-to-toe with Sheik Amir. Here he comes, being driven down to the ring by his wife, Lilith Vandiver. The United States Heavyweight Champion, Chris Vandiver. And last week, Chris Vandiver, after his match, was confronted by the #1 contender for his championship in Mr. Amazing, Ray Snyder. Had a few choice comments for the United States Heavyweight Champion. He's going to have to put that out of his mind here tonight as he challenges and takes on a formidable opponent in Sheik Amir.
And his opponent from Tehran, Iran, weighing in at 296 pounds, Sheik Amir.
And here is Chris Vandiver's opponent, Sheik Amir. And Amir still, I believe, has his sights set on that United States Heavyweight title. A victory over the United States Heavyweight Champion in a non-title match goes a long way into moving your name up the ranks for a future championship match. So, a victory here for Sheik Amir would be very, very important. He's got a lot to gain here and nothing to lose. So Chris Vandiver is going to have to stay on top of his game. He's going to have to really stay focused here tonight against Sheik Amir. Both combatants are ready. And there's the bell. And Vandiver goes to lock up with Amir, but Amir shoved him back. And again, after a couple strikes by Vandiver, getting a couple more blows in there. There's the enziguri right to the back of the head and drops the elbow for a good measure. And again. Now Vandiver goes to the cover. One. And not this time. Nowhere near enough to put away Sheik Amir. Vandiver blocked. And Amir picks him up into the corner and tosses him right back into the center of the ring. And a stiff kick to the spine by Amir. Still to come later on tonight, the main event, Charles Thompson to take on big Bubba Mason. Submission hold here by Sheik Amir. Chris Vandiver fighting it with everything he's got. He's got nowhere to go, so he's got no choice but to fight out of it. He does. Misses what looked like a headbutt attempt and driven right back down to the canvas. Also, the new president of Global Wrestling Alliance is here. We did not have any warning of that either. before we went on the air about the fact that we have a new president here in Global Wrestling Alliance. So we will hear from this individual later on in the broadcast. And Amir sends Chris Vandiver into the steps. Amir just punishing Chris Vandiver on the outside. The official up to 5 now. Suplex on the floor, my God. Amir with no let up. Look at this, twisting the arm, turns it into a suplex. 8. The official now up to 8. Amir back into the ring and right back out, breaking the count at 9. I don't know if Chris Vandiver would have made it back in time. And there's a super kick by Vandiver, but shoved right back into the guardrail. No matter what Chris Vandiver tries to do, Amir has an answer. And look at Vandiver with the reversal of the powerbomb. And again into the steps. 7. The official up to 7 again, and again Amir breaks the count. Vandiver with a reversal sends Sheik Amir into the steps instead. And now Amir into the guardrail. Couple of elbows to the side of the head by Chris Vandiver. And into the apron. 6. Official up to 6. And back into the ring goes Sheik Amir. And Chris Vandiver has him where he wants him. Knockdown. And a second one. Ducks under the clothesline. And high elevation on the drop kick by Chris Vandiver. And now it appears Chris Vandiver may be on a roll. Van Cutter. Van Cutter. Cover. 1, 2. No! Somehow, some way, Sheik Amir kicks out of the Van Cutter. And Chris Vandiver believes he's got this one all wrapped up. And elbow strikes right to the girt. And it looks like he went for the Van Cutter again. Didn't hit it on that occasion. And look at this. Kick to the midsection, but reversal and roll through. And now Vandiver with a reversal of his own. Chris Vandiver wraps up the arm again. Drops him with a hammerlock DDT. 1, 2, 3. And what a sequence between Chris Vandiver and Sheik Amir in the closing moments. But Vandiver gets the better of it, spikes Amir with the hammerlock DDT, and the victory here tonight for Chris Vandiver. Huge victory for the United States Heavyweight Champion. And oh no, Ray Snyder's here again. Well, Ray Snyder once again bad-mouthing the United States champion, and the Spitfire Warriors not happy with Vicious and Delicious. But we got to move on, and coming up next, it's Willie Jones against Mauler Isaac.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing High Energy from Reno, Nevada. Weighing in at 240 pounds, Willie Jones.
And Willie Jones making his way down here to ringside, or to the ring, I should say, for one-on-one action with one half of the GWA World Tag Team Champions, Mauler Isaac of the Pitbulls. And things got pretty quick there for a moment. Ray Snyder once again bad-mouthing the United States Heavyweight Champion right to his face. And then an interview with the Spitfire Warriors regarding the attack after the match between Candice LeRae and Saray, and their displeasure with the team of Vicious and Delicious. A lot of rivalries heating up here in Global Wrestling Alliance as of late. And Willie Jones is ready for his matchup, and here comes his opponent.
Representing the Pitbulls from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 269 pounds, one half of the Global Wrestling Alliance World Tag Team Champions, Pitbull Mauler Isaac.
I understand that Derek Wright, Willie Jones' partner, is feeling a little under the weather today, is not here, and it looks like Luther Isaac has, oh well, wait a minute, I think I see him coming down the ramp now. You can't see him, he's off the screen, but it looked like it was going to be a legitimate one-on-one matchup here, but now Willie Jones is going to have to worry about Luther Isaac on the outside of the ring without his partner, Derek Wright. There's the bell. A stiff kick. And a evasion by Willie Jones. And Jones now with a strike. Mauler now with a couple of well-placed elbows right into the red basket. Right hand, a solid right hand, knocks Willie Jones silly right to the mat. And Mauler Isaac in control of Willie Jones at the moment. And scoop here into the ropes. Cover. One. And he may have barely got a one out of that. And Mauler now sending Willie Jones to the buckle. And just last week, Willie Jones and his partner, Derek Wright, hold on, one, and still only a one. But as I was saying, Willie Jones and his tag team partner, Derek Wright, known as High Energy, were in a number one contenders match last week against the Viking Raiders. Came up a little bit short, so the Viking Raiders are your number one contenders for the World Tag Team titles. My God! He just powerbombed Mauler Isaac over the top rope to the floor. Where the Willie Jones all the way the hell up in the attic. And Jones now down with the right hand, right in the mush of Mauler Isaac, off the top rope to the floor. And somehow Mauler Isaac had the wherewithal to look out for that drop kick, did not connect, and into the barricade by Mauler Isaac. And Mauler now seems like he may have regained control here, sending Jones back into the ring. And wait a second. Wait just a second. Well, he didn't grab a weapon, but it looked like he was going to go looking for one. Buries the right hand right into the midsection. And now, Mauler Isaac stomping away. And wait a second. The music of the Viking Raiders. Wait a sec. And then a distraction, perhaps. And Willie Jones hooks up Mauler Isaac with a modified suplex. 1, 2, 3. Wait a second. What did we just witness? Well, right here, the music of the Viking Raiders causing the distraction to Mauler Isaac. And look at this suplex here. Willie Jones took advantage, planted Mauler Isaac right in the center of the ring, and that was enough to gain the victory here tonight. The Viking Raiders playing mind games with the Pitbulls. And wait a second. Hold on. And there they are, the Viking Raiders, the #1 contenders. And the Pitbulls, you can tell, are not happy about this in the slightest. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, one-on-one action. The GWA Women's World Champion, the superstar Halie Nolan, taking on the former champion and Wild Thing, Tammy Mullins.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Hollywood, California, the Global Wrestling Alliance Women's World Champion, the superstar, Halie Nolan.
Halie Nolan, the superstar, the GWA Women's World Champion, made several very disrespectful remarks to not only Whitney Duncan, who is the #1 contender for her championship, but to our interviewer, Jennifer Ramel, last week, really showing the entire world her true colors, what she really thinks about, well, herself and others. But she's going to have tough competition here tonight. And here she comes.
And from Toluca Lake, California, Wild Thing, Tammy Mullins.
And Tammy Mullins making her way down to the ring. Would love to get a little bit of revenge on Halie Nolan for taking the Women's World Championship away from her. Tammy Mullins, the second longest reigning Women's World Champion in GWA history, was only about 8 days away from breaking the record as the longest reigning Women's World Champion before Halie Nolan snatched it from her grasp. The bell sounds were underway, and Nolan already through the ropes into the outside. And this is something that she is getting very, very good at, playing mind games, whether it's verbally or physically like this with her opponent. You see Tammy Mullins wanting to get at her at the worst way. And now Nolan back into the ring against the ropes. And there's a block. And a Meteora into the cover. 1, 2, and nearly caught Tammy Mullins off guard there. Mullins with a kick to the face. And Nolan puts on the brakes and backflips out of the German suplex attempt and right through the ropes and back to the outside, trying to break up the momentum of Tammy Mullins. Cowardice move or not. And Halie Nolan back into the ring against the ropes and clothesline by the champion. And Mullins looks like she just shrugged that one off. And sunset bomb by Tammy Mullins, and now going right for the left leg. And a reversal by Nolan. And what a shot. Stiff kick right to the face. Another one to the lower back. And make that a third now to the Gertz. Cover. 1. No. Only a 1 before the kick out by Tammy Mullins. And Mullins blocks the kick attempt. Dragon screw takes Nolan to the canvas. Now Tammy Mullins with the STO. Cover here. 1, 2, no. No, but so very, very close. And Mullins, wait a minute, Tammy Mullins making an uncharacteristic-like mistake, turning her back to Halie Nolan, and Nolan tried to capitalize, took the legs out from underneath her, but Mullins is vertical, was, and right back to the leg, and Halie Nolan trying to take the legs away, but Mullins kicks Halie Nolan away. And now a block. And Nolan sending Mullins hard into the corner. Had a little bit of mustard on that one. Head first into the turnbuckle. And now Halie Nolan with the snapmare out of the corner. Handspring splash, cover. 1, 2, no. Still only a 2 for Tammy Mullins, or excuse me, for Halie Nolan on Tammy Mullins. Mullins now with the kick to the midsection. And now reversal by Nolan. Heavy blow right there by the Women's World Champion. Cover here. Wait a minute. She got the feet on the ropes. 2. And still Tammy Mullins able to get the kick out. Halie Nolan tried to steal one here. And look at this. Mullins now has Nolan wrapped up in the ropes. That is not a legal maneuver, however. Had to let off that hold. And now backflips out of the back suplex. And look at this. And both of these ladies know each other so well. Neither one of them able to gain a real upper hand until then. Perhaps knockout shot. Drops the split leg drop. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, in a split second, Halie Nolan turns out the light. Halie Nolan turns out the light to Tammy Mullins with the kick, the split-legged leg drop, and the victory. Well, oh, wait a second. We heard from Whitney Duncan earlier tonight. And Nolan thought she was ready for her, but Whitney Duncan with a surprise attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a moment to inform you that on Sunday, October 1st, Global Wrestling Alliance presents Power Struggle. We hope that you'll join us for that. Whoa, wait a second! What in the world? 3 men approaching the ring. 2 of them that we all know so very well. That is pretty boy Arthur Caldwell alongside handsome Harry Sharp. And a 3rd man we don't know. Caldwell and Sharp backing Global Wrestling Alliance. Let's send it down to the ring. Let's listen in. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am in complete shock. Arthur Caldwell is the new president, and I can't even sit here for a moment and dwell on that because it's main event time. Charles Thompson to take on Bubba Mason, but Jennifer Rommel is backstage with the world's champ. Well, some words from the world's heavyweight champion. And now he makes his way down to ringside for our main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Salem, Oregon. Weighing in at 273 pounds. The Global Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion. Prime Time Charles Thompson.
The GWA Heavyweight Champion of the world, Prime Time Charles Thompson, set for one-on-one action here in our main event on Supercharged against this man coming down to the ring right now.
And his opponent from Perry, Oklahoma, weighing in at 324 pounds, Big Bubba Mason.
And he's a big, good old boy. We're talking about Big Bubba Mason with an opportunity to face the heavyweight champion of the world. It's a non-title match, but we talked about it earlier today, or earlier tonight, regarding the match between Chris Vandiver and Sheik Amir. Anytime you can defeat a champion, even if it's non-title, it is a huge victory and one that moves your name up the ranks for a future title shot. Bubba Mason has that opportunity here tonight as well. The bell sounds, we're underway, and Mason went right for a back suplex, but reversed into a crossbody by the champion. The champion able to twist his hips into that reversal. Now a clubbing blow right to the back of the neck of Bubba Mason. And Mason now with a blow of his own. Look at this. Into what looked to be a Cobra clutch there. And now hooks him up. Double underhook and reversal into the arm drag by the champion. And now Thompson with several blows to Bubba Mason. Turns him around and a clubbing blow right to the throat. And Thompson already believing that this one's over. I wouldn't count Big Bubba Mason out just yet. Really, or ever. In all honesty. Just don't do that. They'd be making a big mistake. Thompson sends Mason for the ride. Buries the knee. Here's the cover. 1, 2, no. 2 this time, but very close. And now Mason with the right hand into the Gertz. Scoop here by Mason. Drops Thompson down face first into the turnbuckle. Modified camel clutch here by Bubba Mason. Thompson not willing to give it up so easily. He's able to escape. And outside the, well, looked like outside the ring there. But what a smart maneuver there by Charles Thompson. He kind of baited Bubba Mason into that. But now Mason with the knockdown. Ducks under the clothesline. Back body drop by Mason. Follows that up with a spine buster. The cover. 2. No. Well, that was awfully close. A fraction of a second away from victory for Bubba Mason. A reversal by Thompson. And now Thompson has him on the shoulders. Turns it into the windmill cutter. And just like that, Charles Thompson turns this thing around with one big maneuver. And now he's got Bubba Mason right where he wants him. Kick to the midsection. Look at this power. Are you kidding me? Power bomb Charles Thompson is victorious. And he used this, the strength of 2 or 3 men to hoist up Bubba Mason and drive him down with a power bomb. It's enough for the 3 count. Another big victory for prime time Charles Thompson, the world's heavyweight champion, and here is Sergio Dondelinger. Oh, the Fighting Irishman staking his claim for the world title. But ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time. Tune in next week for another edition of GWA Supercharged.